Hi friends, myself Vishakha, and today we are going to discuss about the photoelectric effect. So what is actually the photoelectric effect and who discovered it? This phenomena of photoelectric effect is discovered by the Heinrich Hertz in 1887, and the phenomena is that when a radiation of high frequency or low wavelength falls on the metal surface, the electrons are ejected. That is called the photoelectric effect, and this effect is given by Heinrich Hertz in 1887, and for this effect Einstein got a Nobel Prize in 1921, but he received this prize in 1922. So we can see here what is the actually process of the photoemission. In this diagram, you can see here there is the incident light. As the light falls on this metal surface, the electrons are ejected. So you can see here the explaining the photoelectric effect, the concept of the photon. So what is the actually photon? Photon is nothing but when the radiations, the quanta of energy is also called the photon. Photon has the energy that is E equals to h nu. Energy of the photon is E equals to h mu, where h is the Planck's constant and its value is 6.636 into 10 to the power minus 34 joule second, and mu is the frequency, that is the energy of the photon. And we can see here the radiations are nothing but the photon, and when this radiation of particular frequency and wavelength falls on the metal plate, that time the electrons are ejected from the metal plate and the photocurrent is generated. The generated electrons we call the photoelectrons. So we can see here in the last slide we have seen that the energy of the photon, where h is the Planck's constant, mu is the frequency, c is the speed of light, and lambda is the wavelength. What is the momentum of the photon? That is h nu by c, where c is the speed of light. We know that 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second, h is the Planck's constant, and mu is the frequency. So we have discussed the energy and the momentum of the photon. So now let us discuss about the experimental arrangement of the photoelectric effect. So this is the experimental arrangement for the photoelectric effect. In this diagram you can see here we have considered one anode. Let us give it name A. This is the anode and this is the cathode. Let it denoted by the B. So generally we have considered here one metal surface, on that radiations are incident. So first part A, that is the emitter. The A that is act as the emitter and the B is act as the collector. After radiation incident on the metal surface, whatever the electrons emitted that are collected by the cathode, that is the collector. So when this is the incident rays, when these incident rays are incident on this emitter, the electrons are ejected and that will be accelerated towards the cathodes. We can see here in this arrangement we have considered here the ammeter. This ammeter measure the flow of current or photoelectric current. So here is the voltmeter. It will measure the potential difference. One thing we can see here that this B has the negative potential with respect to A. A has the positive potential with respect to B. So when the potential difference between the two electrodes, that is more important for the photoelectric effect, when A is a positive potential with respect to B, the electrons are emitted from this anode and that will be collected by this cathode and photocurrent will be generated, and this generated current will be measured by the ammeter. So now let us discuss what are the characteristics of the photoelectric effect. Basically there are 2 or 3 characteristics. First one is the threshold frequency. Threshold frequency is that the frequency below which the photoelectric effect does not take place. And the threshold frequency is varies with the material. If you are taking the different material, then the threshold frequency will be different. So next, the photoelectric current is directly proportional to the intensity of the light or light intensity. We can say that if we increase the intensity of the incident radiation, so obviously the number of electrons will be emitted more and the photocurrent will be also more. So we can see that. Let us consider one graph. So on the y-axis we have considered here the current. On x-axis there is the intensity. So as we increase the intensity of the incident radiation, the photocurrent will be generated more. So we can see here the linear graph between the photocurrent and the intensity. As we increase the intensity, automatically the photocurrent also will be the increase. And second thing is that the kinetic energy of the photoelectrons is directly proportional to the light frequency. And the stopping potential, what is actually the stopping potential? Stopping potential is nothing but the retarding potential, or we can say the negative potential. So what are the factors which are affecting the photoelectric effect? There are main three factors. The first one is the intensity of incident radiation. We have already discussed, as we increase the intensity of the incident radiation, the photocurrent will be increases, and we have seen that the linear graph between them. So on y-axis we have considered the photocurrent, which is denoted by capital I, and x-axis we have considered here the intensity. If we increase the intensity, we will get this type of graph, that is the linear graph between the intensity and the current. Next, the potential difference between the metal plate and the collector. So in the experimental arrangement, we have considered two plates. The first plate is A and the second plate is B. A is the emitter plate and B is the collector plate. So we have seen that when the radiations are falls on that plate A, the electrons are emitted and that will be accelerated towards the B. That time the A is in positive potential with respect to the B, so that the electrons are traveling towards the collector plate. Potential difference between them decides the photoelectric effect. And what is the frequency of the incident radiation? So we have discussed the concept, that is the threshold frequency. Threshold frequency is denoted by mu naught. So there is one condition regarding the threshold frequency, and the wavelength corresponding to this threshold frequency is called the threshold wavelength, denoted by lambda naught. So what is actually the threshold frequency? When we throw the incident radiation of particular frequency and the value of that frequency is less than the threshold frequency, then the photoelectric effect does not take place. It means that actually if the frequency is less than the threshold frequency is the minimum frequency required for the photoelectric effect or the generation of the electrons. So if we consider, or if we take the frequency less than the threshold frequency, then the photoelectrons will not be ejected and the photocurrent will not be generated. So it is must that the frequency of the incident radiation must be greater than the threshold frequency, then only the electrons will be ejected from the metal plate. So Einstein photoelectric equation. What is the Einstein photoelectric equation? It is, according to Einstein theory of the photoelectric effect, when a photon is collides with the electron. So we have seen that in the experimental arrangement, the radiation it is nothing but the photons. When that photon is collide with the electrons, that time the total energy Einstein photoelectric equation So according to the Planck's quantum theory, it states that there is a collision between the photon and the electron. So radiations are nothing but the packets of energy, or we can say the photon. There is an interaction or collision between the photon and the electron. That time we know that the energy of the photon is h nu, and for electron it is half mv square plus w naught. That is the work function. Now what is the work function? Work function is the minimum amount of energy is required to eject the electron from the metal surface, or we can say the metal plate. That is called the work function. So now we know the concept of the stopping potential. That is very important. Stopping potential is nothing but that is the retarding potential, or we can say the negative potential. Suppose we are increasing the intensity of the incident radiation, obviously the photocurrent will also be increased. But suppose if we reverse the potential, that time you will see that the electrons will be repelled by the plate A. We can say that the plate, that is the collector plate, the electrons will be repelled towards the plate A. So that time the photocurrent decreases. So we can see here the energy of the photon h nu equals to half mv square plus w naught. Suppose further increase in the intensity of the incident radiation or the potential difference, the photocurrent increases. But we reverse the potential difference, that time the photocurrent decreases, due to which the kinetic energy of that emitter electron becomes 0. Half mv square, it just becomes the 0. So the total work function becomes, so at particular frequency, the kinetic energy of the emitted electron becomes 0. So the equation becomes E equals to H mu naught equals to half mv square plus H W naught. So this kinetic energy becomes 0 at the mu naught. We have decreased the frequency. So here the total equation becomes H mu naught equals to W naught. So we can give here the equation number first. So what is the value of W naught? That is the work function. That is nothing but the amount of energy is required to eject the electron from the metal plate. Now we can substitute this equation second in the equation first. So value of the work function substitute, that is the H mu naught. H nu equals to half mv square plus H mu naught. So takes H mu naught on the left hand side, the equation becomes H mu minus H nu naught equals to half mv square. So we can see here, if we take the H Planck's constant outside, take it common, H in bracket mu minus mu naught equals to half mv square. This is the equation number 3, and this equation is called the Einstein photoelectric equation. This is called the Einstein photoelectric equation. H in bracket mu minus mu naught equals to half mv square. Thank you.